Hi, I'm Dory. Let's talk about fan art. Fan art is how I started my art videos. A good 90% of my old art is basically just celebrity portraiture. I love drawing people, and drawing somebody who's well known and easily recognized is a great way to have strangers acknowledge that my drawing actually looks like who it's meant to be. If I draw my friend, someone who's not famous, it could look exactly like her, but you would never know. You would just look at the drawing and wonder, why are the eyes uneven? Why are the lips crooked? You wouldn't recognize that it was an accurate drawing because you're unfamiliar with my friend's face. But if I draw Tom Cruise, you're just gonna see Tom Cruise. You're gonna think, wow, that looks just like him. She did a great job. You're not gonna be wondering why his teeth are off center. You're not gonna be assuming that his flaws are my mistakes. So the temptation to draw celebrities can be really strong because I want to get more compliments than criticism. Then there's the issue of reference photos. Portrait artists, we like to work from beautifully lit, clear photos, and pictures like this are available in abundance for celebrities. This simply is not true for regular people, and trying to draw from a picture that was taken on a potato is not fun. Another thing that makes drawing celebrities tempting is the desire for views. I mean, let's face it, more people are going to be interested in seeing me draw their favorite celebrity than they are my grandma. More people are likely to type, quote, Doctor Who David Tennant into a search bar than they are Dory's grandma. A drawing video about a celebrity is more likely to get views than a drawing about my grandma. My number one most watched art video is a portrait I did of Prince. My number one most requested drawing that I have yet to do is Professor Snape. If I do draw my grandma, it's going to be good art, but are you going to be really interested in clicking on that thumbnail? Another thing I love about drawing celebrities is the challenge. If I make a mistake drawing my grandma, I can pretend it was intentional. How would you know? But if I make a mistake drawing Lady Gaga, it's going to be blatantly obvious. Portraits are really tricky. If you change the shading on someone's face, then you change their face. You change their bone structure, and it is obvious. Even the most subtle error can completely ruin a portrait. Mistakes like this are far more blatant when I'm drawing someone who's well known. So when I post a drawing of a celebrity and people comment and to say, man, I thought that was a photograph. This is amazing. Well, that kind of makes my day better. So that was my thinking when I first started my YouTube channel. But is fan art morally or legally marketable? It's kind of complicated. First, let's talk about morals. Basic rules of morality teaches that stealing is wrong. If we take a character or an idea that somebody else created and use it in our own art, are we stealing? If we draw a person's likeness without their consent or position their likeness in a situation they did not agree to be in, are we violating that person's rights? I've seen fan art on a DeviantArt page that could possibly cross this line. For example, I saw a drawing of Gillian Anderson, who played Agent Dana Scully on The X-Files, engaged in a pornographic act with an alien. Do drawings of this nature violate morality? How is this different from me drawing a hyper-realistic portrait of Gillian Anderson using a promotional photo that was released by the X-Files team? Where do we draw the line? Another thing to consider is the fact that many celebrities survive on the income generated by their image. I see artists selling fan art of drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race all the time, but those queens actually depend on the sales of their merchandise to pay their bills. Fan art products like pins and t-shirts look super cool, I'm not gonna lie, but when you buy one of these items, you are not buying official merchandise. If you buy something with Trixie Mattel's face on it, and you do not buy it from Trixie Mattel, you are actually taking a sale away from Trixie Mattel. You are hurting the queen that you want to support. The drag queens love getting fan art made of them. I know, trust me. Latrice Royale posted the drawing I did of her on every social media that she has. But if I started selling t-shirts with her face on it, I would feel immoral. I would feel like I was stealing money out of her pocket. But wait! Isn't supporting a small artist good? Isn't it better to buy something handmade than something mass-produced that only benefits a large company? Aren't handcrafted items made with love? Don't factory items tend to be cheaply made? There are a lot of things to consider when you create fan art. But morality is subjective. Everybody feels differently, and how we define what is right or wrong, and what is stealing and what is not, well, it varies from person to person. So, let's talk about legality. Most of the things that you see in fan art have been copyrighted by its creator. What does this mean? Well, according to copyright laws, the person or company that holds the copyright has sole rights to distribute that work and works derivative of the original creation. Anything based on their property legally belongs to them, and any financial profits received in exchange for copyrighted materials also needs to be surrendered to them. But does this apply to photorealistic portraiture? In my case, if you claim that you are drawing the actor or actress and not the copyrighted character in question, does this make a difference? If the actor or actress being drawn does not have a copyright on their face, is a portrait artist breaking any laws? The law seems straightforward, but it's actually really confusing because in the United States there is a legal loophole called the Fair Use Clause. American Copyright Exemption Clause number 17, U.S. Clause subsection 107 states, display and distribution of derivative works are permitted under fair use. If an artist creates a unique artwork using original copyrighted materials, it is legal, as long as the artist contributes productively to the original material. So what's considered a productive contribution? This isn't outlined by the law definitively. Did the artist who drew Dana Scully procreating with an alien contribute productively to the original conception of the copyrighted character? When I draw someone's portrait, am I copying the work of the photographer responsible for the reference photo, only using a different medium? Is that also considered a productive contribution? Legal battles between copyright holders and fan artists are really rare, but they do happen. Most large companies want to avoid being seen as bullies, pushing around the poor, starving small artists. And suing somebody often is more expensive than the financial gain they're missing from fan art sales. Also, a lot of companies choose to see fan art as free promotion. Think about it. If an artist draws fan art of a Disney movie that you have not seen and you like the art, and you like the artist, and the artist talks about why she drew the fan art and you like her reasons, and she says really positive things about the film, you're a little bit more likely to go see the film yourself now, aren't you? Large companies like Disney are willing to forget the fan artist is selling paintings of Moana if that artist is also sending her fans to see their films. By not suing, they get free advertising, and they also look like a forgiving company that supports small artists. It keeps their image squeaky clean and free of bullying, and it brings them extra views. They consider it a win-win in most cases. But when a company does sue an artist, they almost always win. Things get even more complicated when a fan artist does crossover fan art. If somebody draws a picture of the Little Mermaid standing next to a TARDIS from Doctor Who owns that material? If somebody puts Pikachu peeing on the Xbox in front of America's Got Talent stage, what then? The lines get really blurry, really quick. As for me, I'm going to continue to draw celebrity portraits, and I'm going to continue to avoid selling prints or merchandise with those portraits on them. My main reason for this is not due to morality or legality. It's due to my pride. I prefer to market my own original art on merch that is derivative of my own creations because it is solely mine, and I am proud of it. I don't necessarily want to make money off of someone else's face. I'm going to use my fan art solely as a way to challenge myself, to improve as an artist, to celebrate the things that I love. I mean, after all, isn't that what fan art is really about? Fan art is about fandoms. It's about loving something so much that it inspires you. It's about love. So, I love fan art. I just prefer not to sell it. What are your thoughts on all of this? Are there any points that I have not brought up? Do you do fan art? Have you ever purchased any fan art? Tell me about it in the comments down below, because I would love to hear what you have to say about this. Did you like this video? Would you like me to do more discussions like this one? Let me know. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I love you. Bye.